got a question to ask you. Have you ever looked around your life and you've quietly realised nobody's coming to save you? Not your employer, not the government, and certainly not your family. There isn't some magical opportunity that's actually going to appear on a Monday morning. And it might sound harsh, but I actually found it quite freeing because it was a realisation, basically the best one that I've ever had. And that's because I stopped waiting for somebody else to change my life. And that was the day I finally started changing it myself. So if you're over 40 like me and you're feeling exhausted and you're wondering where did all those 40 years go, feeling like you've spent your whole life looking after everyone else, and then I want you to know this, okay? This video is for you. So hi, welcome. My name is Rhiannon and welcome to my channel, Freedom Over 40. This channel is about navigating skills, it's about menopause, financial freedom, and creating a life that's actually, it feels like it's yours, it's on your terms. And today I want to be, completely honest with you and have this conversation. There's no filters and there's no pretending, there never will be with me. What you see is what you get. And I haven't got everything figured out. And because I don't, I'm still working a full-time job and I'm still trying to lose weight. I'm still trying to deal with the menopause symptoms, and one day I've got it fine and the next day I feel like a complete and utter mess. I'm human after all. And mostly I'm still learning. But something inside me has changed, and for years I thought things would somehow get easier, that eventually I'd learn and earn more money, that I'd miraculously earn twice, 3 times, 4 times as much as what I'm on now. And I thought I'd feel happier and I thought I'd have more energy. But finally, most importantly, excuse me, is about having more time. Freedom can mean so many things to so many people in different ways. But one thing I have to understand, and I would love you to understand as well, is sometimes we have to be the ones who decide that we take action because enough is enough, right? So I don't think there was like a dramatic moment. There were just lots of little moments that built up over time. Looking at my bank account, wondering where another month had gone, having too much month left over once the pay's gone in, and you're just forever counting down till the next payday. Seeing another birthday arrive, come and gone. Realizing retirement is still years away, which is quite scary here in the UK, because now I will be 68 according to the new governmental laws that have been put in now, which state that that's how long I have to work until before I can get my pension, my state pension. Mostly as well about feeling trapped between responsibilities, because I know I can't just walk away from a job. I have to be there until I am in another position financially secure that I then can leave, I can move on. There's also things like, being a carer, looking after family, working, trying to keep the house running, trying to keep myself together. And then suddenly my body, it doesn't seem to be responding the way it used to. Not having the energy like I used to have, feeling like I'm constantly running on 1 battery instead of 2. It affected my confidence. My confidence has taken a bit of a knock because I don't feel like I'm as efficient and that I'm running on all cylinders. I feel like I'm half the person I used to be in terms of my ability to do things as quickly and as efficiently as I'd like. Some days my brain felt like it had packed up and gone on holiday without me. And I remember thinking, surely this can't be it. I was really wondering, gosh, I feel like I was only in my 20s recently, and I've skipped a decade and all of a sudden I'm 46. And all in all, I just thought, something's got to change because I can't carry on like this. Things have to change. So I think so many women are carrying this invisible weight as well. And it's not just the physical side, it's the emotional, it's the mental, it's the financial. And, we're expected to keep going, keep smiling, keep caring, keep working, even when inside, you're just running on empty. And that's exactly how I felt anyway. So many of us have stopped asking ourselves one important question, and that question is normally, what do I want? What do we want? What do I want as a person? What matters to me? Not everyone thinks about you because you're trying to hold everything up, and they're so used to you being the one that has everything in control, that knows everything. You're the go-to person. But what do I want for me? Well, that answer surprised me when I actually thought about it. I just want freedom. I'm not talking luxury. I'm not saying I have to live in a massive, huge mansion or anything like that, but I want to be mortgage-free, debt-free. I want the freedom to choose what I want. I want to have options, time, money, freedom. And again, I'm not saying I've got to be a trillionaire or anything like that, a billionaire even, but it's just to be comfortable, to feel secure, to feel safe, to have my health most importantly, because without your mental and physical health, you cannot do anything, you can't function. But I just want freedom to choose, like I say, freedom over my time. I decide when I get up out of bed and what I do and for who and when, where I go. And, I just want freedom over my future. And I want freedom to be able to wake up without feeling trapped. And that's the thing I feel most, is I feel trapped, and I hate feeling trapped. Like, I enjoy doing content creation. I enjoy this channel I have and several others of mine. I enjoy creating content. I enjoy engaging with people and engaging with all people of all walks of life. And I love that. And that's generally become a passion of mine, more than I would ever have thought of, to be honest. All spiraling from this first channel, which is Freedom Over 40. And from there, all I can think and want to do is create, do this. I do this for a living. I would love to do this for a living. But ultimately, all in all, when I think about things, it starts inside your mind. Now, the next part might sound a little bit uncomfortable, and it certainly was for me. I'd realised I'd been waiting, like I say, waiting until I had more confidence, waiting until I'd lost weight, waiting until I had more money, and waiting until I knew exactly what I was doing, waiting for permission, and waiting for certainty, waiting for the perfect moment, which we all know never comes. And then one day it hit me. Nobody was coming. Nobody was going to build my dream. Nobody was going to improve my health and help me lose that weight. And nobody was going to magically create another income for me. I had to do something about it myself. So today's the day your life changes. That responsibility belonged to me, and strangely enough, instead of making me feel hopeless, it made me feel quite powerful. Because if nobody else was responsible, that meant I had permission to start, even if I wasn't ready. So what have I actually changed? Well, honestly, nothing spectacular. I'm trying to become someone who keeps promises to herself. I'm showing up. I'm making YouTube videos, not just on one channel, on several. I'm building digital products. I'm reading more. I'm moving my body now. I'm trying again, basically, to get myself back straight and be more in control again, as much as I possibly can be. And there are setbacks constantly, there's still people in hospital, there's still caring responsibilities, there's still work commitments and other things going on. But I'm trying to celebrate the small wins, and accepted that progress is really perfect. I'm learning that consistency beats motivation, and I'm learning that small actions repeated 100 times became a completely different life for me now. Some days I feel unstoppable, other days I'm questioning things still, but I keep showing up, and because of the future version of me deserves that, and maybe yours does too. So if you're watching this and you're feeling a little bit behind, or you're feeling lost, or you just feel like everything is just taking over your life and you have no control over more, then please don't compare your beginning to somebody else's middle or end. Like, you haven't failed, and it isn't too late, It's simply starting and standing at that crossroads now and thinking to yourself, okay, this is where I am, and maybe, just maybe, This video arrived exactly when you needed to hear it, because your freedom doesn't begin with everything in a perfect way. Mine never has been perfect. It begins the moment that you decide your future, worth is fighting for, and it all takes is one decision, one choice, and one habit, one step, one day at a time. So if any of this resonated with you, I hope it does. Please comment in the comments below. But thank you so much for spending the time with me today. If this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. When did you realize that nobody was coming to save you? Or what's one small thing you're going to do this week to start saving for yourself? Let's encourage each other, because although nobody can do the work for us, we certainly don't have to be, doing it alone. We can support each other on this channel. We can, explain what ideas we've got and things that we've tried and things that helped and things that failed. But at least sharing that information is far better and caring and kinder to one another, because we're all trying to help and support each other at a time. And we're trying things that maybe we never tried before. And it's building that confidence and that strength in each of us. And to be able to come together as a community, basically, that I think this is so much more important. So if you're like me and you're craving, to want to control or take back control or find the freedom in whatever it is that matters to you most, then let me know in the comments and I will comment back and we'll go from there and show ideas we can come up with. That'd be great, if we can share them. But until next time, thank you all for being here. Thank you for your time and watching to the very end of this video. Until next time, take care and stay blessed.